I broke World Seeker speedruns. Then I fixed them, and then I broke them again. You may remember the last World Seeker speedrun video. I ran the game on PS5 and got a 1 hour and 48 minute run, which put me in the 5th place in the leaderboard. That was my 3rd ever run of World Seeker. I started with a run of 2 hours and 49 minutes. My 3rd run was the one of the video, 1 hour 48, and then 1 hour 24, then 1 hour 12, then 1 hour 12 again, we don't talk about that run, and finally 1 hour and 4 minutes. How we got there? I'll tell you all about it. But first, here's the sponsor that helped me do it. This video is brought to you by Opera GX, the first web browser built for gamers, like me. Not only am I gaming, I'm also streaming on the same computer, often with the browser open, to take notes on DLC characters or to cheat at speedruns, what? And with GX Control, I can limit the amount of RAM or CPU power that my browser uses, so it doesn't affect my games and my live stream. Switching over to Opera GX is easy. You can quickly import your bookmarks and your browser history, so the transition is seamless. And then you can enjoy Opera's many features with your own style. You can select from a variety of themes, or even use animated wallpapers for that extra anime flair. Are you watching one of my videos, but you also need to get some work done at the same time? Check this out. Bam! The video pops out. It's so convenient. But my absolute favorite thing about this browser, the thing I cannot live without anymore, is this sidebar. I can quickly check my Twitter feed and notifications. I can open my music player effortlessly. I use Spotify, but it works with Apple Music, SoundCloud, YouTube Music, whatever you got. And there's also the GX Corner. Now, this is a calendar with upcoming video game releases. You can set whatever platform filters you want, so it only shows the games that you can actually play. And then if you scroll down, you've got free games. BioShock Collection is free right now in the Epic Store. FIFA is on its last days on PlayStation Plus. Danganronpa 2 is on Game Pass. The GX Corner may seem like a little thing, but it is so convenient you have no idea. Honestly, what more could you want? All of this is absolutely free, so download Opera GX today. The link is down below. Try it out for yourself, and thank you, Opera GX, for sponsoring this video. So after my last video, I said I was done with One Piece speedruns on PlayStation. 1:48 wasn't an optimal time at all, but I was still 15 minutes behind the world record, and given how long loading screens are on PlayStation and how much you fast travel in this run, I thought it was impossible to improve that much, so I stopped. I took a break, and said I wouldn't be running World Seeker again until it went on sale so I could buy it on the PC. And then someone did it for me. One of my viewers and a Twitch sub actually bought me the game on PC. Thank you for that, Mud Puppy. He found the game on sale on GOG.com, maybe he was using Opera GX to find those sales. Who knows? He bought me a code, and now the pressure's on. At the time, the world record to beat was 1 hour 33 by Mizuno, but after making that video, Boris improved his time and beat the world record, setting a new time to beat of 1 hour and 30 minutes. Now, I watched the run, and Boris has a couple of tricks that definitely came in handy, like unlocking the extended UFO early, which is something that no one was doing in any run before. That allowed him to cross these big gaps. It's a skill that actually saves you time. But watching the rest of the run, I didn't think it was that good. In fact, I think Mizuno's run was actually better, but the reason why Boris had a much better time was simple: loading screens. He had a better PC, so he was able to save a lot of time when fast traveling, where Mizuno would just be stuck waiting for loads to end. And so, without practicing anything new, I decided to give it a shot on PC, just to see how much my machine would save on loading screens. And my time for my first ever PC run was 1 hour and 24 minutes. A full 24 minutes faster than my previous run, beating the world record. It was easy. It was, as I called it, the better PC tech. It wasn't that I was doing things better, I just had less loading screens, and that was really dumb in my opinion. And the only way to get that across, that these speedruns are broken, you cannot take the loading times into account, was to beat the world record. And beat it by several minutes, so I could say you will never beat this time until you spend money building a better machine. And that's how I broke the leaderboard. Now, this is when a new player enters this story. His name is Nylin. He's a mod in the anime speedrunning server, and seeing this discourse happen over World Seeker, he cooked up a load time remover in about 5 minutes. He's just that talented. Now, if you don't know what a load remover is, it's basically a file that you import into your timer, and whenever it detects a loading screen, it freezes the timer, pausing it. Essentially removing loading screens from the equation entirely, making the run fair for everybody, regardless of their machine. Nylin asked me to test this auto timer, so I did another run. But before doing so, there were a few things that I felt could be optimized. A few skills that I was getting that weren't necessary, and other skills that I wish I had earlier in the run. So I changed the entire order in which I unlocked skills. And I also made a brand new route for the side quest portion. There's a moment in this run where the game asks you to do 6 side missions, and you can do them in any order. I didn't like the order they were in, and now that the timer was stopping on loading screens, I could fast travel more often, so I changed the route completely. And so, by changing the order of skills and optimizing that route, I was able to beat my own time, setting a new world record of 1 hour and 20 20 minutes in real time, 1 hour and 12 minutes without loading screens. The problem was, this leaderboard wasn't very active, so it wasn't getting updated. Even though we had a fully functional load remover, we couldn't get in touch with the leaderboard mods, so we couldn't make it official. And look, speedruns for this game have been dead for a while. It is unreasonable for me to expect mods to still be checking for new runs on a daily basis. But what made it so difficult here was that this game had its own speedrunning Discord, and that Discord wasn't very active. If the mods for this speedrun were in the anime speedrun Discord, we could have worked out things a lot faster. But since they weren't, there wasn't anything we could do except hoping they saw the new messages. And eventually, they did. Nylin once again did a lot of the heavy lifting, reaching out to these mods. They made Nylin a mod on this category so he could approve runs himself. He even retimed a bunch of runs in different categories, removing the loading screens manually. He created new categories for consoles. That's a lot of work, but he basically fixed this speedrun. And now we can enjoy it again. The load remover is now official, but it seems that during this time when we were waiting to hear back from the mods, Mizuno beat my time. She optimized the run, she changed the skills she acquired too, she did my route for the side missions, and beat me by 15 seconds. During her streams, she had also been teasing something called the skip. Now, I didn't know what the skip was, and she wasn't spilling the beans, but once the runs got approved, I could finally see the run she submitted, and I could finally discover what she was talking about. I click her video, I skip to chapter 16, because she told me that's when the skip happens, and what the hell is that? I have never seen that duck in this game before. I didn't even know it existed. And that seemed like such a good time saver, it was insane that we weren't using it during the whole run. Even the duck's running speed is faster than Luffy sprinting normally. Turns out the reason why I had never seen that before is because this guy is actually DLC. You get him once you buy the Law DLC. You unlock a quest in the base game that gives you Karoo. I was so confused because when I went to where the kid was supposed to be in my run, there was nothing there. So I double checked if this was legal before spending the money myself. Nylin said it was okay, so I bought the DLC and checked it out for myself. Now, it's actually faster to climb the mountain using Gear 4. The problem with Gear 4 is, once it ends, you have a debuff that doesn't allow you to build meter. So you either have to defeat Sakazuki really slowly, or you have to die and retry so then you can kill him faster. So the duck ends up saving time, not because it climbs faster, but because it doesn't give you a meter debuff. Karoo makes this section about 19 seconds faster, but there's a big downside, which is when you get Karoo earlier, that makes the split 13 seconds slower, because you have to spend time talking to the kid and trying it out, getting through the tutorial messages. So you waste 13 seconds earlier in the run, so you can save 19 seconds later, making this method about 6 seconds faster than the method we were using, which is something, but not enough to catch up with Mizuno. So I wanted more. And this is when Nylin came in clutch once again, because he didn't just make a load time remover, he started labbing the hell out of this game, and he discovered that constantly sprint jumping and attacking was a faster way of moving than simply sprinting, and indeed, even faster than using Karoo in sections where you can't grapple stuff. I tested this myself, here's a comparison. I start the timer when I fall from this roof and simply sprint. I do the same with Karoo, and then I use the whipping tech, and as you can see, the fastest of the three is definitely the whipping. Not by much, but if you multiply this across the entire run, it's quite the time save. I optimized some of my routes for faster flying from mission to mission. Through all of my practice, I got even better at shooting. Check this out. These guys did not stand a chance. So I was good to go, and I was feeling confident about my run. And the first sign that I had been blessed today happened when rescuing Robin. There's a mission in this game that requires you to find 2 spiky carrots, and these are right next to Robin's mission. So it's smart to pick these up at this point in the run. This is the most RNG part of the run because these carrots can be in any of these fields, and in some runs, you waste a bunch of time searching for them because they refuse to spawn where you want them. For this run, I got a spiky carrot immediately. I accidentally talked to this NPC, this wasn't supposed to happen, but I couldn't be mad because the second carrot was right there. Both carrots spawned on the first field when entering the town. I could not believe my luck. The rest of the run was solid. I bet I could polish some spots here and there, but every single split was a new personal best for me. I was in the zone, I was focused, everything was going perfectly from start to finish. One of the last sections of the speedrun is actually killing a bunch of these robots, and I didn't even know RNG would come into play here. In this encounter, there are 3 robots. 2 spawn in front of you and 1 spawns to the left. After you take them down, 3 more will spawn completely at random, and this is where they spawned. All 3 of them together. Conqueror's Hockey is gonna knock them down, and because they're so close, a single takedown got rid of all 3 of them. I could not believe my luck. I did the skip perfectly too. I had a good Sakazuki fight, not perfect but pretty good, and had a perfect Isaac, stopping the timer at 1 hour, 4 minutes, and 52 seconds. In real time, 1 hour and 13 minutes. I think this will be the world record for some time. I don't think it will be broken anytime soon. This was a really good run. But I bet there's more tech to be found. For instance, we recently found that if you grapple something and then flip and aim, the control you have over your character is insane. Look at this, it's crazy. And it could absolutely lead to new routes. The duck didn't even come into play until a week ago. I bet as a community, we can take this game into under 1 hour. But for now, just gonna enjoy taking a break as people try to beat my time. Anyway, let me know which game you think would be fun to run next. I saw some of you in the previous video saying Kakarot, and I think you're insane. That's a 4-hour speedrun. Can we not? Other ideas, please, I appreciate it. And don't forget to download Opera GX today. Seriously, it's insane how fast it became my main browser. The download link is down below. And as always, thank you very much for watching. My name's Globku, and I'll see you next time. Bye!